nerding.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen?
What it do? What it do?
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. We are here, and it is time for a special edition San Diego Comic-Con version of Distance Nerding. I am your boy, Young Phil. He is the ever effervescent and apparently fighty Jahmez 5000.
And we're here to nerd together.
We did it together.
Nailed it. Talking about anything pop culture, news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, Comic-Cons, especially San Diego Comic-Con. Whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, if you are watching on YouTube, which is where you should be watching us, you can hit that subscribe button, and it really does help us out. Or hit that like button, and it makes it so that the algorithm, knows that you guys enjoy what we do and you enjoy us. Of course, listen on any podcast app. Drop us a 5-star review. It really does help. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, all at Distance Nerding. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we got merch. That's right, we got merch, people, and so can you. You can get some of that merch. We're actually wearing some of the new shirts, and they're actually pretty badass over the course of the weekend. Which we will be doing a special Geek End update tomorrow, actually.
Did you take pictures in them? Did you do a fashion show?
Yes, we did. Good. Actually.
Yes.
But yes,
even if you didn't, that's the correct answer.
Yep, exactly. But guys, you can get some of that merch at streamlabs.com/distance-nerding/merch. And of course, you can get that sweet merch. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get in on all the things you have now stumbled onto the worst kept secret on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Distance Nerding. I didn't notice until just right now, and I've watched this video 1,000 times, right? That there's anime playing on the bottom of the screen.
What do you mean there's anime playing?
Yeah, like when the little screens pass by.
Yeah.
There's like different things playing on the little screens on the bottom, right? And one of the screens is just playing anime.
I just realized we have a video now. Oh, that's cool. When did we get that? That's awesome.
Yeah, man. He was like, "Oh my God, we've had that for how long?" Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jahmez, tell everybody what we got going on today, man. What are we talking about?
New achievement. We got all the San Diego Comic-Con fallout. So let's get unpacking.
That's right. Pretty much talking all San Diego Comic-Con because so much happened over the course of this weekend, guys. But before we get start talking about San Diego, let's talk about who brings us the show, guys. Who is keeping the bills paid and the lights on? Jahmez. Let him know who the first sponsor is.
Colossus Girl Entertainment fan-focused Comic-Cons across the West Coast, including Beaver State Comic-Con, Metal Art Comic-Con, Animed for Tri-Cities Powerhouse, Silver Age Comic-Con, and Gem State Comic-Con. Comics, cosplay, vendors, artists, celebrity guests, and so much more. Visit ColossusGirlENT.com, plan your next Comic-Con. And if you want to recap, check out the Thursday show, right?
No, we're going to be doing it on Wednesday.
Oh, I like this even more.
Get
it tomorrow.
That's right. Get it tomorrow. It's actually coming out in video form, so that'll be a little bit different.
I like it. Get caught up on what went down at Metal Art Comic-Con.
Exactly. Well, now that we're here, ladies and gentlemen, we are changing our format just a little bit because San Diego Comic-Con, there's a lot of things that happen, and we want to emphasize certain things at certain times. So, with that being said, let's get into the beginning of the show. Let's get into the first segment. Guys, we're starting off with one-shots today. Let's get into that.
Oh yeah, music, perfect. I love it. Sounds good. Let's get through some of the stories that came through San Diego Comic-Con. First up, Christmas in July. Why not? Paramount Pictures has dropped the first trailer for Ebenezer: A Christmas Carol. Sure. Director Ty West's twisted dark comedy inspired spin on Charles Dickinson's timeless holiday classic in July. Johnny Depp showed up at San Diego Comic-Con to help launch the film's promotional campaign ahead of its theatrical release this fall. The movie's tagline is "The name you know, the story you don't." Ebenezer, A Christmas Carol, lands in theaters on November 13th, 2026.
So I have plus and minuses on this. Okay. Plus, Johnny Depp's first performance since the whole fallout of everything that was going on. I always love every performance that he does. He dives deep into everything that he does, and always is usually pretty good at every character that he plays. The minus on this: do we need another Christmas Carol? Like, there's how many times have we gotten Christmas Carol movies? You know, and it's kind of like, is it gonna top out Muppet Christmas Carol? Because it's not.
It's like 100 degrees outside. I don't want to see Johnny Depp in
In a 90
wool outfit. You know, come on now.
Yeah.
But I guess he came out on stage like Hall H in the whole Ebenezer garb, and then people were going crazy for it. So, you know, he's a little method. I like it.
Yeah, again, I enjoy every performance he does. I think he knocks everything out of the park. Again, my downside to it is this is what, like, the 7th Christmas Carol movie, and it's like, how many times can you retell the same story?
How many times does Ebenezer need to go back in time?
I'm sure Charles Dickens is, like, beyond the grave absolutely loving this, because he's like, oh, number 20 of a movie based on a book that I wrote.
Yeah,
but he's also probably rolling in his grave going, can you guys not make movies about my other books? Because I have a lot of other books.
And everybody's like, yeah, it's not the Christmas Carol. Let's go back to that one.
It's like, are we never going to do a David Copperfield movie? Because that's a book that he wrote.
Yeah. Go see the Las Vegas show of David
the Magician. Yeah, that's a better show.
Okay, let's keep it going.
All right.
Hollywood is still digging into the toy box. Apple's San Diego Comic-Con panel debuted the first trailer for Matchbox. What? Yeah, interesting.
That's very interesting.
Directed by Sam Hargrave, known for The Extraction. Who was in The Extraction? I think that was Chris Hemsworth.
I was going to say, I think that's Hemsworth. That was that Hemsworth movie. That movie was
Matchbox stars John Cena, an ex-soldier who returns home after completing another mission. I could not completing. Along with Jessica Biel, Tiona Paris, Sam Richardson, and Arturo Castro as they race across the globe trying to clear their names before it's too late after being kidnapped and framed for stealing a nuclear warhead. No. All right.
What does this have to do with Hot Wheels? I don't understand that.
Well, it has nothing to do with the Hot Wheels because this is Matchbox, sir.
Okay, what does it have to do with Matchbox?
It's John Cena. I don't know. John Cena's in it. You can't see me.
Anyway. Oh, wait. That's right. Sorry.
John Cena!
There you go. Matchbox, the movie, premieres on Apple TV Plus October 9th.
Yeah. I'm intrigued, but at the same time, this might end up being one that I don't watch because it almost doesn't feel like it's necessary. But I mean, I'm also intrigued specifically because John Cena.
And specifically, Jessica Biel.
Oh yeah, Jessica Biel. Oh, Tiana Paris. Tiana Paris is pretty hot too.
Remember her in that Blade movie? Come on.
Dude, that was like 20 years ago.
It's all right. I'll accept it.
Let's move on.
Okay. If you grew up glued to an Atari 2600, it's time for a doctor's appointment. Until then, Atari is teaming up with Universal Pictures to bring 10 of its most iconic video game properties to the big screen. The lineup of Atari properties involved in the deal is packed with classics that help define an entire generation of gaming. The 10 titles include Asteroids, Adventure, Berserk, Breakout, Centipede, Crystal Castles, Millipede, Missile Command, Pong, and Yar's Revenge. Yar's gonna get some revenge.
This really pisses me off to no end.
The goal is to transform these legendary games into large-scale action-adventure films. No dates when the first project will get next game. Come on, get no. Everybody else is getting their flowers. Nintendo's getting their flowers. All these other video games, Far Cry and Fallout, are all getting their series. Atari needs some love. Give Atari some love before you start making fun of Atari.
Here-
Put your joystick away. It's all about. Go ahead.
Now, here's my thing about this, right? Like, okay, didn't they try this with Battleship and didn't it fail? I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need that Pong movie. Drunk 3PO saying I'm gonna need that Pong movie. Okay,
see,
but here, okay, this is what I'm wondering on this. Like, one, how do you make a fucking Pong movie, man? Like, there's not very much that you can do to make a Pong movie. Berserk could be good. Adventure could be good. Asteroids, I can actually already think of an action adventure movie with that. Millipede is just a sequel to Centipede to begin with. Missile Command, there's a story you can put there. Like,
hey, Drunk 3PO in the chat. He's got some theories about Pong. I bet he's got some storylines he wants to cover. Come on now.
I don't know about Pong, man.
So again, since Cartoony in the chat's asking again, the titles 10 titles: Asteroids, Adventure, Berserk, Breakout, Centipede, Crystal Castles, Millipede, Missile Command, Pong. That's straight for Drunk 3PO, and Yar's Revenge.
Yeah, again, some of these games were not like they don't have much story, so you're gonna make up story for it, and it's like, okay, this is again the same issue as like with Battleship, where like you created this weird story that had nothing to do with the game, and it just did not do well. My whole thing is, rather than saying, hey, let's go make a bunch of movies based on games, how about just creating new properties and making them fun?
Could be, but it's the nostalgia of it all. Come on now. Put a poll. Put a poll in the chat right now. I want to see if people are interested in this Atari, I don't know, 10 movie thing. What if they're all connected? What if this is like an Atari verse?
They're doing the Atari verse.
Right?
Oh my god. All right, hold on. I'm gonna put a poll in the chat right now.
Put a poll in the chat because
Oops, sorry, I hit start a Q&A. That's not what I wanted. Okay.
I had an Atari back in the day. I'm kind of interested.
So did I. I had an Atari. The thing is again, these are not really games that, have a lot of story behind them. So it's just kind of like you're just going to create whole cloth story. And again, like I said, this is going back to the late 2000s formula that failed when they were trying to do this. And it's like, guys, like move on from that and just create an original story instead of trying to make something based off of something that doesn't necessarily need a movie.
I gotcha. Or an idea, just spitballing. It could be John Cena is a ex-soldier just completing a mission and he's coming back, but then he's kidnapped and he's being framed for stealing a nuclear warhead. And then he's got to go around the world trying to save the Atari version.
That's Missile Command. That's Missile Command right there. That's the entire plot for the Missile Command.
Perfect.
There's a poll in the chat. So everybody in the YouTube chat right now, please participate in the poll. Immediately, I'm looking down and it's just all no's.
I'm just gonna. I think there may be one yes. So I'll just throw that out there. There may be one yes.
Oh, there is one yes now, but another no.
I'm not saying that's me or not, but I'm just saying. Come on,
John Cena Pong movie. That will be the best movie ever.
See, now creative juices are flowing. This is good.
Oh yeah, very creative. All right, let's move on to the next story.
Time for another helping of cabbages during the Avatar. During the Avatar Aang Hall H panel, fans finally got their first look at Avatar 7 Havens. I always want to say Avatar Last Airbender, but it's Avatar 7 Havens.
Seventh Heaven?
No, not seven. Damn it, you're gonna screw me up. It's gonna screw me up. Avatar: Seven Havens, the next animated chapter in the beloved universe. The teaser doesn't reveal a ton of the story, but it does offer intriguing glimpses at a world that's been completely transformed since the events of Legend of Korra. Okay, all right. Expanding Avatar. I like this. So I do have a more Avatar opsis. Hold on to your cabbages synopsis.
More Avatar opsis. Hold on to your cabbages. Synopsis.
Avatar: Seven Havens is a new original series from creators Michael DiMartino and Brian Coensco, set in the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender. The original 26-episode 2D animated series centers around a young earthbender who discovers she's the new Avatar after Korra in a world shattered by a devastating cataclysm. In the dangerous era, that title marks her as a humanity's destroyer, not its savior. Hunted by both human and spirit enemies, she and her long lost twin must uncover their mysterious origins and save the Seven Havens before civilization's last strongholds collapse. Okay, flipping it
Yeah.
around. I kind of like this. I'm kind of down with this. So I like this. I just finished Avatar: The Last Airbender season 2 on Netflix. Loved it.
I
So-
absolutely love the show so far, man. I'm behind, but I've been watching. It's so good.
And then I'm gonna watch the new Aang movie that just came out. I'll probably watch that tomorrow. We'll see.
Is that out already?
It just came out on the 25th.
Yeah, dude. I'm buying. I'm watching that for sure.
And remember, we talked about this. If you want to go see it in theaters, it's in theaters until the 30th of this month, into theaters in
That's
the
right.
entire
In,
nation.
in New York and in Pasadena.
Yeah, 2 theaters.
I should actually text Joe and just be like, dude, are you gonna go see Avatar? He's
Hey,
probably
what are
gonna
you
say
doing?
I don't have enough time, but I mean, like,
You want to go see Avatar real quick? Okay.
yeah, dude.
Anyway.
Hey, I will drive down to Pasadena just to go watch that movie with you, man. Let's go.
All right. Avatar: Seven Havens premieres on October 9th on Paramount Plus, and the entire series will be available that day. So,
Yeah, man.
what, 20 some episodes? Okay, great.
I'm interested giving us more Korra slander. Ouch. I'm interested in seeing who the new Avatar is going to be, and the fact that they're an Earthbender is going to be interesting. So, because for some reason in my head I thought I thought the next one was a Firebender, but I think actually before the rotation
before
before
Aang
Aang was that was right.
was a firebender.
Right. Because that's right. His mentor was a firebender. So yes. Okay. So yeah. And I think before him was Kyoshi, who was the earthbender. So yeah.
Yeah, so don't we need a waterbender?
Korra was a waterbender.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. Korra was
Moving down the list.
Korra was the avatar after Aang, and then this new avatar is the earthbender after Korra.
There you go. I mean, think about it. 2026, year of Avatar. We got 3 big Avatar projects. I'm okay with it.
I'm loving that we're getting new Avatar projects. I think that we need more Avatar projects. It is an amazing universe to be in. And I love that they're, part of the focus for this year is going back to Aang. So I'm excited for all this.
Yeah. In the end, more cabbages. I like it.
My cabbages.
All right, over to some Apple news. The first season of Dark Matter did an amazing job adapting Blake Crouch's best-selling novel, delivering smart, emotional, and mind-bending journey through a multiverse. Apple TV Plus unveiled the first trailer for Dark Matter Season 2 during the San Diego Comic-Con panel, and it looks like the stakes are getting much bigger. So the interesting part, the source material has already been fully adapted, which means everything from this point forward is brand new territory. So I know that kind of throws you off. Like, you want the adaptation to be true to the source material, but they're out of source material. But this is the good part. Crouch is returning to the show as the show's creator, executive producer, showrunner, and writer. Season 2 essentially feels like he's getting a sequel to the novel in television format. So that's cool. I mean, he's kind of giving us a sequel book or sequel novel, but
Yeah.
it's just going to be in TV format.
That's that. I mean, and I like that a lot of the creators are doing that. They're getting involved with the TV show and either expanding on certain things or adding more. Again, I like the fact that, instead of, I mean, I don't know if I'd like that instead of writing a book, they're going straight to a TV show, but I like that it is the creator that's doing it. So there's not, this whole speculation, kind of like with Game of Thrones, where it was like, oh, we're just going to make something up, and whether it fits or it doesn't fit, it's whatever, right? But I like that. With this, it's the original writer is the one that's also writing the season. So there's no speculation on what the writer would do. It's what the writer would do.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm down. Dark Matter returns to Apple TV Plus on August 28th, with new episodes arriving weekly through October 30th. So it's a good amount of episodes.
Yeah.
All right, next one we have a new Blade Runner.
This is a
The
big
world
deal.
of Blade. You think this is a big deal? It's a big
I
deal
think
to
it's
you?
a big deal. I think this is a
Okay,
big
good.
deal.
Good. The world of Blade Runner is expanding again with Blade Runner 2099. I didn't even know this was coming. So this is kind of cool that it's happening. Set 50 years after Blade Runner 2049, because it's math.
Right.
The series continues the franchise's timeline with a brand new story. At the center of the story is Hunter Schafer as Cora, a human fugitive who is desperate to stop running. Her only way forward is by assuming one final identity, a Blade Runner. That path forces her into an uneasy partnership with Michelle Yeoh, who plays Olin, a replicant with only days left to live. See? Huh? More content?
It's a very interesting concept. I love the Blade Runner series. I thought 2049 was amazing. Now,
Gosling was in it, right?
Gosling was in that. Denis Villeneuve was the director. I mean, obviously he moved on to Dune, but I feel like Blade Runner 2099, just that them just kind of living in that post cyberpunk world is dope as all hell, and I can't wait to see what they do with this.
I like it. So during the Hall H panel presentation at San Diego Comic-Con, Prime Video debuted the first trailer. Actually, we posted that trailer in the Distance Nerdington post on Facebook, so go check it out there on Facebook, Distance Nerdington post, and confirmed that the long-awaited series will premiere November 25th. You know what's great? A lot of this stuff that we're talking about at San Diego Comic-Con is like happening now. It's like coming right around the corner. I think it's really cool that so much of this content is like just waiting in the wings.
Yeah, absolutely. Cartoony in the chat saying Blade Runner with Michelle Yeoh and Hunter Schafer already has me completely hooked. I love it. Hunter Schafer doesn't get enough flowers for their performances in different things. Like a lot of people hate on Hunter Schafer because they're trans, but it's kind of like regardless of that, Hunter Schafer is a great actor, great actress, great actor. It's hate hater or lover, she's good at what she does. And it's I'm with Cartoony on this. I love hearing that Michelle Yeoh, who's another amazing actress, and Hunter Schafer, who's done really well in everything that I've seen her in. I'm more excited to see this. So
nice, cool. All right, I got more Amazon stuff.
All right,
start baking your lambus bread.
Lambus bread.
During the Hall H Prime Video presentation, the studio unleashed the first trailer for the next chapter of the series, Lord of the Rings: The Rings of Power. Prime Video confirmed that during the Hall H panel that Season 3 jumps forward several years after the events of Season 2, placing the story in the middle of the War of the Elves and Sauron. Comic-Con also brought several exciting casting reveals. Simon Pegg will provide the voice of Balrog.
of the Balrog. You know
Balrog.
you know what the Balrog is, right?
Yeah, it's the fiery guy, right?
You shall not pass!
I had that queued up. I was waiting for you.
Nice, very nice. Is it weird that it's Simon Pegg though?
I mean, kind of, but I mean, at the same time, Simon Pegg also did the voice of I'm forgetting his name in Star Wars. The guy who gives out the portion bread in episode 7. But I mean, like he's unrecognizable. Like the dude can mask his voice in such a way. Unkar Plot. That's right. You know, like he can mask his voice in such a way. It's like him and Benedict Cumberbatch playing like monsters in the Lord of the Rings in you know the Middle Earth universe. And they do so well. Because Benedict Cumberbatch's Smaug was probably one of the best performances out of the entirety of The Hobbit. Absolutely ridiculous, right? And I feel like Simon Pegg is another guy who is good enough with his voice that he could play the Balrog and still be convincing.
I totally forgot Benedict Cumberbatch played Smaug.
I mean, have you seen the video of him actually doing the performance, him crawling around? No. And oh my God, it's scary because he actually looks like Smaug. Like he's got a bunch of dots on his face and he's doing motion capture, but he does the mocap for Smaug and he's like crawling around. I smell you. Like it's so good, dude.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. All right. We'll see how that goes. All right. So again, Prime Video announced The Rings of Power Season 3 premieres November 11th, 2026.
By the way, I'm stopping the Atari thing and it's 60% no.
Oh, come on. So rude, everybody.
Nobody wants that, man.
Okay. More Amazon. No neighbors were hurt during this SDCC panel. Prime Video has unleashed their first trailer for Reacher Season 4, and it looks like Alan Richardson is about to take on his most dangerous mission yet. Season 4 adapts Lee Child's 13th Jack Reacher novel, Home Tomorrow, bringing another fan favorite story to the screen. Comic-Con also brought another surprise for fans of the franchise. During the Reacher and Neely panel, attendees got the first look at the upcoming Neely spin-off show. You know there was a Neely spin-off show?
Neely? Yes, I'm going to watch the Neely spin-off show. Dude, Neely is such a badass character within Reacher. And it's kind of like, at first, I was just kind of like, she's just like another cookie cutter character. And then like, she like brings up the heat and she like just starts whooping everybody's ass. And I'm like, okay, I like Neely. She's dope.
Yeah, Neely's dope. So Reacher season. Go ahead.
I was gonna say also Alan Richardson's most dangerous mission yet was pissing off the government this weekend. So there's also that.
More.
He spoke out against the president and people were pissed. So
all right, here we go. Thanks, Reacher. All right, so Reacher Season 4 premieres on Prime Video August 12th. Again, like a month away. So that's cool. Less than that, 3 weeks away. With Neely Season 1 debuting following the Reacher Season 4 finale. So the Season 4 of Reacher finale airs the same day Neely series drops.
Right. Gives me more reason to watch it. And I mean, again, I already praise Alan Richardson like on a regular basis. I can't wait for Season 4. I thought Season 3 was awesome. But also seeing like that Neely's gonna. Have you seen the trailer for Neely?
Yes.
Yeah, she's so sick, dude. I can't wait.
It looks cool. I do like it. She's like a private investigator or something like that.
Yeah. Kind of picking up from her character, like where her character was at in Season 3.
Mm-hmm. I bet there's going to be some crossover. Like maybe we'll see her in bits of Season 4 of Reacher, and then she goes off and does her spin-off, and then maybe Reacher goes to see. I think he's listed as a guest star in the Neely series.
And I wouldn't put it past that just because again, she guested on like 3 episodes of season 3. I'm sure she's gonna, because I mean, like, they were best friends. So like, why
Yeah.
wouldn't he, reach out to Neely, or Neely reach out to him? Because I mean, he's supposed to be one of the best investigators, like in the history of, of MPing. So I mean,
Of MPing.
of MPing.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you can't spell wimp without MP.
There you go. There it is.
Shout out to the Geek Saga out there. My MP
Take that,
buddy.
Eugene.
Eugene, my MP buddies.
All right, that was my last one shot. Yeah, that's my last one shot.
That is your last one shot. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the next segment. It is time for we're going to talk about the news here, guys. It's time for headlines. And I I love that this is what we're starting with right now. Oh man, I'm about to get stupid excited. New achievement! Dungeon Crawler Carl invaded San Diego Comic-Con author Matt Dinniman's book series, which turns Earth into a video game-inspired alien game show, has skyrocketed in popularity with more than 10 million copies sold, and that's just last month. Peacock ordered a live-action series produced by Seth MacFarlane. At Comic-Con, Dinniman hosted 2 panels alongside Jeff Hayes, who voiced more than 200 characters in the audiobook version of the novels, which I am currently listening to. To the delight of fans, Dinniman revealed that Hayes is now confirmed and will be playing Princess fucking Donut in the Peacock show. Mongo is appalled. I'm so excited for this, man. No other casting has been announced, but fans are patiently waiting to see how the beloved book series will come to life. Meanwhile, Dinniman is hard at work on the final 2 novels in the planned 10-book series. Technically, 9-book series, but he said he's splitting the last book into book 9 part 1 and book 9 part 2. Right?
Nice.
Which technically is still two separate books. There's so much I want to tackle. All this stuff seems to be happening at once because we started doing it all at once. He said, dropping by the Variety Studio, presented by Google TV. I would love for there to be a full-on video game. I would love to have an MMORPG like Fallout style game in the Dungeon Crawler Carl universe. That'd be so badass. I shipped you and Frank a concept this weekend because I came up with an idea for like, hey, this is how they could do a AAA video game. And then Matt Dinniman, like right after I sent that to you guys, was like, yeah, I would love for that to be a AAA video game. Like, are you listening to me?
I hope so.
No official release date or premiere window has been announced yet for the live action Dungeon Crawler Carl series on Peacock. But Dungeon Crawler Carl books 1 through 8 are available now. So James, I've got to ask you right now, what book are you on? What chapter are you in?
So I just finished book 3.
Okay.
And I did the Amazon Kindle hack. So now I have a book 4 for like, I think it was $5.
Yeah.
So I think book 4, I have book 4 now. So I've spent a total of $6 on all these books. I'm super excited, having so much fun. Right now they're in like some kind of desert in a bubble wrap thing. I don't know what's happening.
So they're out of the bubble at this point, but I mean, like, keep an eye on the god that he's dealing with right now, because he becomes Empress becomes a big deal later on.
Nice. But yeah, again, I just finished book 3, just getting into book 4. Book 3 was with all the tunnels and the trains.
Yeah,
so much fun. I can't wait for that adaptation. I think it's so detailed as well. Like I could picture them, like it's almost like they're writing the screenplay and making notes in the script on how this should be shot. So I'm excited to see book 3 translated into the show.
Absolutely. I feel like, because what I would want is I'd want them to do each book as a season, right? Just because there's so much that happens. Book 1 we get the first 2 levels. Book 2 we get the 3rd floor. Book 5. I'm sorry, book 3, where you're at right now. I just skipped a whole bunch. Book 3. Let's see. Where you just were was the 4th floor, or where you are right now is the 4th floor.
Yes.
Yeah. So 4th floor, but either way, just not kind of like thinking too hard on all this, because I'm going to think too hard on this.
Yeah.
Um,
Again, book 3 with all the different bosses and the province bosses, and then the stuff going on with, from the other dungeon crawlers. It kind of reminded me of The Walking Dead, where it's like, okay, you're hooking up with people, but can you trust them? Are they gonna trust you? Are they gonna backstab you?
dude, it fully escalates when he gets to the 6th floor. It gets fucking insane.
Well, I just heard the part, or read the part about Hecla.
Okay, so you got to the Hecla part?
Yeah. So that's all done. The whole train thing is done. But
Okay.
yeah, it was like, wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. You're not expecting that, right? So now Listen, so Katya is now officially part of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
is cool, because watching Katya grow is pretty interesting.
Katya grows but Katya grows even more. She has a lot of growth.
Literally grow. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Actually, Oh, fuck you, dude.
Achievement.
I've actually been wanting that specific shirt. I like that shirt. It
looks good on me.
So it's funny where I'm at right now. So I'm on chapter 6 of Bedlam Bride, this book 6. And after they get done on the 6th floor, Carl literally he comments on how much he notices Katya's growth.
Oh, nice.
Because he talks about, I remember when I first met Katya, she was this scared, timid girl, and now she's like a leader all on her own. So it's like it's really cool the way that this entire story is playing out. I absolutely love this book series. I am 100% a member of the cult. And the other the other thing I was doing, so I just mapped out my my next cosplay, which involves Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Nice.
So
awesome.
It's a big deal when I go from, like, the only cosplay I've had for the past 5 years has been Deadpool. And it's like, okay, now I'm doing Dungeon Crawler Carl, but it's a different kind of Dungeon Crawler. It's a mashup, but I mean, still.
I like it.
And I'm doing now that I'm on book 6 and he kind of changes his look a little bit. I'm going based off of the new look because he's fucking punk rock as hell. So
that's awesome. I'm excited to see that one. Yeah, I'm excited for the series too.
Absolutely. So let's move on. Otherwise, I will gush over the cult for the rest of the evening here. Let's get into the next story here, which is also stuff that's exciting. Spawn reboot news? Are we getting more Spawn? Yeah. There have been plenty of updates over the years about Todd McFarlane's long-awaited Spawn reboot. But here's one that came completely out of left field. It turns out there's already a Spawn animated movie that's essentially finished, starring Keith David and Mark Hamill. And it's been sitting in the box waiting for the right moment. It's been 27 years since the groundbreaking HBO series aired its final episode. And for many fans, it remains the definitive version of Spawn. 100%, I will agree, it is the definitive version of Spawn. Keith David is Spawn.
Totally. Completely.
Absolutely. Dark, violent, atmospheric, and unapologetically mature. The series captured everything that made McFarlane's comics so compelling. According to McFarlane, the voice work has already been completed and very little remains before it could be finished. So I actually have a 90-minute animated show that's all been drawn, minus the cells. All the voices have been done. Everything. Like, we're ready. All we need is a little bit of Foley, which is sound effects and stuff, and then hand it to the studio to actually draw, right? Considering how beloved the HBO series remains, it would be a shame if the animated movie stayed locked away forever.
Isn't that crazy? He's just sitting on it.
And it seems like McFarlane does that. There's a lot of things that it seems like he's been sitting on. Again, he's been sitting on the film. He's been sitting on the new TV show and all that. And I think he's just kind of like looking for specific moments to bring them out. And it's like, as fans, we're like, just do it, dude. Like, You know, like we want more Spawn content. Everybody wants more Spawn content.
Yeah.
You know, when he comes out with new comics, we get like nutty about it. So it's like, dude, just give us more content. We want more content.
It seems like an easy thing to do would be like, okay, finish this 90-minute animated show, movie, whatever it is, because we all love the original one from HBO. Like, continue that somehow and get us excited. So maybe the potential would be like a studio would be like, all right, let's put out this movie. I think it was Blumhouse, right? Blumhouse has
Blumhouse is doing the film. Yeah. You
they
know
have
what would be dope?
rights to it.
Right. You know what would be good is think of like all the new animation that DC is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to that studio to animate because just the movements, the way that they do everything, like and they are really good at doing dark properties as animation. Like if you've already got it recorded, you've already got all the cells done and everything like that. Like, dude, let them animate it.
Yeah, exactly. That's a total good call.
Yeah.
It's so funny because he's like, once we get the movie project done and get that going and out, then maybe I'll release this animated show. I'm like, do the reverse.
Do the opposite,
Put out
right?
the animated and then put out the movie. But Todd McFarlane is Todd McFarlane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his universe would let him. I mean, it's his projects, so
Yeah.
let him play with his toys. All right. Well, let's let's go ahead and move on here. Star Trek Space docked into San Diego Comic-Con 2026. And it was a big deal. Paramount celebrated 60 years of one of the greatest sci-fi franchises ever created, Star Trek. The panel delivered a bit of everything from heartfelt reflections felt by franchise legend George Takei, to casting news for Star Trek Starfleet Academy, and fresh details about what's coming next in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. It was revealed that I'm going to say the
I
Raurid,
know. I was hoping you'd figure it out.
Rowrid, I destroy that name. Outington has officially joined Star Trek Starfleet Academy season 2 as a series regular, which is kind of a big deal because they said they canceled Starfleet Academy, right? So it's like
They
knowing that
canceled, but I think they were already into filming season 2.
but I mean, it seems like they're kind of like, pushing it out again and seeing kind of like, okay, well, let's see if this lands, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Fans also got a preview of what's ahead for Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Co-showrunner and executive producer Akiva Goldsman teased what audiences can expect from season 4 after the show's latest season launched this week. The celebration also welcomed George Takei, whose portrayal of Hikaru Sulu helped define the original Star Trek series, which is 100% true. Looking back on 6 decades of the franchise, Takei reflected on his incredible journey with humor before sharing what he believes has made it endure for generations. Between honoring legacy, introducing new characters to the universe, and continuing to push its storytelling in fresh directions, Star Trek's presence at Comic-Con made it clear there's still plenty of warp speed adventure ahead. Which again, big deal. I mean, this is kind of what we need more Trek, and like I'm so upset with the way that kind of like
Paramount
Paramount has been dealing with it for the last kind of couple of months, and just doing this whole like, oh God, this whole anti-woke, blah, 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 like bullshit. Like, guys, Star Trek is the definition of woke. Shut the fuck up.
Yep, I agree. I think this was a perfect opportunity to celebrate Star Trek, especially 60th anniversary, San Diego Comic-Con. This is the perfect place for it. But Paramount set it up where there's not very much to talk about. There's season 2 of Starfleet Academy that's coming. By the way, they already announced that they're canceling it. And then there's season 4 of Strange New Worlds. But by the way, we announced it's ending with season 5. So there's like nothing else going on. So it's kind of odd.
Except for this, The Final Frontier, maybe the box office. So they did announce something new. And this seems like this is where they're kind of going, the direction that they're moving in. After spending years focused almost entirely on streaming, Star Trek finally looks ready to make a jump back to theaters in a big way. Paramount appears to be charting a new course with its next feature film. With the Alex Kurtzman era winding down, Strange New Worlds is set to conclude with season 5, while Starfleet Academy has reportedly been canceled after completing production on its second season. That marks a major shift in Paramount's strategy as the studio turns its attention back to theatrical films, bringing in Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly. Okay, don't hate that. To write and direct the next Star Trek movie. During Collider's Directors on Directing panel at San Diego Comic-Con, the filmmaking duo finally shared a small but intriguing update on where things stand. Daly offered the expected cautious response, saying, "I think we can say the script is in progress and that we're very excited about it. And I think people will be surprised. Really can't say anything else other than that. No date announced for Star Trek's next voyage, but be on the lookout because we may be, you know, warp speeding in a time near you."
The interesting part about that is so everything that they've built up, Strange New World, Starfleet Academy, yada yada, what is it, the Picard series, Star
Mhm.
Trek Discovery, all that is the Alex Kurtzman universe that they've had in the JJ Abrams kind of extended universe. And I think that's all going to go away now, or at least they're not going to continue it, and they're going to do something new, whether that's, I don't know, revisiting the original cast somehow and recasting, or maybe it's going to be new characters, maybe it's something else, but I don't know. All that buildup that they've done is going to be kind of tucked away.
Yeah. And it does seem like that's kind of the direction that they're going on, kind of the way that they're playing it. Um, I mean, it's a the whole thing is like Trek in itself was designed to be a TV show and it's designed to be long form storytelling. But it's
Yes,
kind of like they're just like, oh, well, you know what? We're not making enough money doing long form storytelling again, which is kind of what pisses me off about all this is that rather than telling good stories, they're focused more on money. And they're just like, we're gonna make more films. And it's like, I mean, tell more long form stories. Uh and you know, again, part of it is just people missing the plot, you know.
agreed. I think they're gonna have a big uphill battle if they're gonna try to introduce an entire new crew, maybe a new ship via a movie and trying to get people on board.
Right,
I think that's going to be very tough.
right, right. The last thing we want is for them to reboot and recast the entire, you know, original cast. And it's like, oh, okay, so you guys are gonna do this for the third time. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'll
All
be
right.
interesting to see what they do. Oh, that's right. I'm still the one telling the stories here. Uh this next story is something that I've kind of been waiting for forever because it was kind of like we just never heard anything from it. Somehow Star Wars Detours has returned, sort of, kind of, not fully, but
Kind of.
it's kind of here. While everyone expected updates on upcoming movies, TV shows, and collectibles, few could have predicted that George Lucas would have one last Star Wars project waiting in the wings 14 years after selling Lucasfilm to Disney. It's exactly what happened during the Lucas Museum panel. Star Wars Detours, the long lost animated comedy series created by George Lucas, Seth Green, and Matthew Senrick, is finally going to be shown to the public. But just like
So
Vader said in Empire Strikes Back, I'm altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
great.
Wait, a tear. Instead of arriving on Disney Plus, getting a Blu-ray release, or appearing on another streaming platform, episodes of Detours will be screened exclusively at the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art. That means fans who want to finally see this mythical Star Wars series are going to have to make a trip to the museum. That means you got to come to LA. Do it now. The series was announced back at Star Wars Celebration in 2012 and promised something completely different from anything else in the franchise. Rather than another epic saga filled with Jedi, Sith, and galaxy changing stakes, Detours leaned fully into comedy. The animated series was designed as a parody of the Star Wars universe, poking fun at familiar characters and iconic moments while still celebrating everything fans love about the galaxy far, far away. Shortly after the series was announced, Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney. As the company reshaped the future of the franchise, Detours no longer fit into the plans for the new Disney era of Star Wars, mainly because it was a very adult series and Disney wasn't into that at the time. Now they are.
I mean,
but they
it's
weren't.
Seth Green. It's Robot Chicken.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it was. So going back, Celebration 2012, I was there. I got to see the first episode of this. They had a small screening of it. I still have a shirt. I still have a Detour shirt in my closet right now.
Was it absolutely hilarious? Because Seth
it was
Green is
funny.
funny as shit.
The comedy was very Robot Chicken. I mean, that was like the heyday of like Robot Chicken, kind of that Adult Swim type, dark humor, adult comedy.
It's so dumb that they never did anything with that. Like Disney was just like, no, we want to do stuff that like all the kids can watch.
Exactly. Especially, once they sold it to Disney, that was it. It was done. Think about back then, 2012. That's before like Dave Filoni's Clone Wars. I think that was before. That might have been the time that it was Genndy Tartakovsky's.
I think Genndy Tartakovsky.
Yeah. So before anything Dave Filoni was kind of sinking his teeth into. So a very different era of Lucasfilm and Star Wars, but it was super funny. Like if you enjoy Seth Rogen or Seth Green and you enjoy Robot Chicken, it was very much that type of humor and it was funny. I liked it. I wanted to see it. Now I gotta go to Lucas Museum to see it.
Yeah. I mean, we are going to LA pretty soon, so
there you go.
Give us a reason to go. Yeah. So I mean, just the insanity of that. Again, the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art in Los Angeles opens on September 22nd, 2026. So actually, we will have a chance to go see that because LA Comic-Con is not until October.
There you go. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
That's exactly
go see it during. I kind of want to see the museum itself just to get an idea of what it is.
Yeah, LA Comic-Con last year they were they had a booth and they were like showing people kind of like some virtual exhibits and stuff. It was kind of cool.
Interesting. Hey, before we get to the next story, Eric in the chat, shout out to Eric. Do you guys hear about a blackout for PlayStation and Xbox?
I did not hear about this. I did see that Eric put that in the chat. Anonymous allegedly was behind it to protest an all digital ecosystem. So again, we were talking about that like a week ago. I can see Anonymous doing that. I can see them just being like, "Oh, okay, cool. You guys are just a bunch of assholes, so we're gonna do this." Did not hear about that, but if it was Anonymous and they did do that, kudos to you guys.
I was talking to some friends. I think the whole total side quest here about gaming and digital media or physical media, it's so interesting to me because we're all living in this digital era. Like we all have Netflix or Disney Plus or HBO Max or whatever. We're used to renting content.
Yeah,
it's like, and same thing with music. It feels like games are like the very last physical media that could be bought.
Yeah,
like my laptop's old and it doesn't even have a CD-ROM or DVD player anymore, so it's been a while since we've needed physical media.
It's because out of convenience we all kind of just do the whole rental thing and all that, but it's kind of like we're being took because you're paying for like 24 hours to be able to like watch anything, and it's ridiculous, but again, like Eric's talking about how Xbox, even games that had DRM weren't working. I actually didn't play yesterday, so didn't experienced that at all, but I mean, like, you know, that's it's insane that, you know, this is where everything's going, is you're not allowed to own your own things anymore. The company gets to own it and you get to lease it from them.
Yep. He added Nintendo still uses physical media. That is true.
Hmm.
You buy a big huge box just for this little SD card.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also just because you need the big huge box so that it has the hardware to run the little. Yeah.
No, I mean the box that the game comes in is like big, and then
Yeah. He's saying Steam doesn't do that. You buy it, you own it. I didn't know that about Steam. But I mean, like, even then, you know, it still is like a digital purchase. So like if they decided to pull, you know, you and like say you didn't have it on your drive anymore, you couldn't go re-download it if they decided you didn't want to they didn't want to support that game anymore.
maybe this is a deeper dive into what's happening with Sony, because Sony just had that issue where like they had a bunch of their library up, like the Sony library of like movies and shows and stuff, and then they just announced that they're going to be discontinuing that service that it's on. I totally forgot what it is, but like everybody who bought a movie is like, I bought this movie. What do I do now? Sony's like, sorry, the system's going away. You can't have it. It's gone. Thanks for your money. Thanks for buying the movie, but yeah, you won't have access to it in like a year.
I'm curious why Sony hasn't at least linked up with Movies Anywhere. So there's an app called Movies Anywhere where if you own the
Yeah,
license to a movie, that it will make it so that you can watch it on multiple platforms.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm surprised that Sony hasn't been like, "Hey, you know, if you own this movie, but it's only on the PSN network," because Microsoft is actually linked with Movies Anywhere, where you can say, "Hey, link your Movies Anywhere. You can transition all these movies that you have, and you can buy it for free on another platform because you have proof that you own this movie."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It's
surprised
like
that they're not doing
you
something
have
like
the
that.
physical media. Now you can get the digital version of it.
Yeah. You know, like that's I feel like that's a way, somewhat of a way around that, where it's like, you know, again, you do that, you say, okay, we're gonna allow you to link with this company that makes it so that you can buy this movie that you actually already own on you know, on Amazon or on Apple or on anything like that, you know, on Microsoft if you're moving over. But I mean, like, you know, you know, personally, I'd probably buy it on either Apple or Amazon because they allow you to do it on multiple places. But yeah, like I feel like that's almost like a workaround for it. That if Sony linked up with that, if they just if they stop being kind of like, you know, hoarding and saying you can only work within our ecosystem, because at least
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft's been able to do that since the beginning. Like anything that I bought on Microsoft, I can watch on any other platform.
You know what's funny is that I've talked to a number of people lately where they're going back to, they're like, I'm done with streamers, I'm done with Netflix and everybody else. I'm going back to my server. Like I had a server, I'm gonna upgrade it and I'm gonna just start ripping things down, and it's gonna sit on my server because I'm done with all this other stuff.
And I mean, again, I'm not 100% behind the concept of, oh, I'm not behind. Like I agree with it. Is what I'm saying. I agree with the concept of, if a company decides that you are not allowed to own something that you purchased, I'm not against pirating. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
It's a
that's not the
weird
right thing to
sticky
say on a public
situation.
platform, but like at the same time, it's like I'm not above that. Like if you can steal money from people to say we're not giving you a refund and you are not going to own this movie anymore, then I think it's 100% okay for you to steal back from them.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's get to this last story
Also,
before we get to DC and
yeah.
Marvel.
Also, anarchy. No, I'm kidding. All right. Kind of kidding, but I am, but I'm not. um, let's get into this last massive story. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the Schwartz is back.
Woo!
If there was any doubt that Spaceballs, the new one, was going to embrace the spirit of the original, Amazon MGM Studios erased it the second its Hall H presentation began. At San Diego Comic-Con. The entire event was one giant parody of blockbuster franchise culture, poking fun at everything from Marvel's famous Hall H presentations to cinematic universes, legacy sequels, and endless reboots. The whole thing felt like a perfectly crafted Spaceballs joke stretched across an entire Hall H presentation. Easily the most entertaining thing, next to something that you are going to talk about later on. And I feel like this might have been more entertaining than the thing we're going to talk about later on, as fun as that was. Amazon MGM kicked things off by taking over Hall H's massive 180-degree wraparound screens for an elaborate opening that hilariously recreated Marvel Studios' famous phase timeline presentations from Comic-Con's past. Things only got funnier when Mel Brooks appeared in a pre-recorded message. Sorry, I can't be with you. I'm on the convention floor trying to buy a rare Charizard card. That is such a Mel Brooks thing to say. The cast took the stage, except Rick Moranis was nowhere to be found. Eventually, they found Moranis sitting amongst fans wearing Dark Helmet's helmet before he stood up to a thunderous standing ovation in chants of Rick, Rick, Rick. It marked Moranis' very first Comic-Con appearance, making the moment even sweeter.
Oh, nice.
Rick is, I know, I didn't realize this was his first Comic-Con appearance, and then it made me think too. It's like, oh my god, that's right. He hasn't done movies since the '90s, dude. So it's like, like they weren't doing this Hall H Comic-Con thing back then. Rick is underselling it, Gad joked. They're announcing him as part of the X-Men cast tomorrow. According to Gad, he cold called Brooks and spent roughly 40 minutes pitching the sequel. Brooks apparently didn't understand most of it, but he loved the idea anyways. Gad's main argument was simple. Science fiction and blockbuster filmmaking have changed dramatically over the last 4 decades, making Spaceballs the perfect franchise to lampoon everything audiences have lived through since 1987.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
It is, because there is so much, right? Gad also took a moment to honor one of the original film's biggest stars, John Candy, whose legacy hangs over the sequel because Barf was the reason that we all watched that movie. One of the 4 men on my comedy Mount Rushmore. Yeah, he goes up there. Another one of them is John Candy. This movie is really a love letter to him. I am not playing Barf in the movie. I am playing a new Mog in our movie. John is at the beating heart of this film and the reason why this movie has so much heart. I hope when you see it, you will agree.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I've got to mention all this, right? So the way that they wrote this, like, Phase 1, Spaceballs, The Schwartz Awakens. 2030, Spaceballs, Winnebago Nights. Phase 2, 2029, Spaceballs, The Franchise Menace. 2031, franchise, Super Duper Secret Wars. Phase 3, this had me dying right here. 2032-ish, Dark Helmet Origins, a Spaceballs story.
Nice.
Question marks, Dark Helmet Origins. Who knows? Dark Helmet Origins 2, even younger. Dark Helmet Origins 3, the youngest, with a bunch of question marks. Dark Helmet Origins 4, probably where it all began. Phase 3, 2033, Yogurt, Schwartz and all. 2035, Heroes of Druidia, Rogue Dumb. 2034, Mog, The Schwartz Chronicles. 2036, Spaceballs, but for kids. Phase 4, We Lost Count. 2038, Spaceballs versus Spaceballs versus Spaceballs. 2039, Spaceballs, Enough is Enough. 2040, Spaceballs, Enough is Never Enough. Phase 5, maybe 7. I don't know. Spaceballs, and they've got like a whole bunch of stuff, like Vespa goes into Colonel Sanders, goes into Dot Matrix, Lone Star, Schwartzatar, Two Space, Two Balls, Pizza the Hut, the movie.
It's just nonsense, and then it just turns into like Microsoft Excel infographics after that.
I love there's the Spaceballs the musical, and it's going out to Spaceballs the musical, the album Spaceballs the musical, the karaoke experience, like all that kind of stuff. Spaceballs the ride, phase 8, we gave up, phase 9, good luck, Spaceballs the next game, the fan film. Like,
Yeah. By the time they get to phase 9, the graphic is just it's just an infographic, like a bar graph.
right. Oh, it's so good, man. Like they're just cracking so many jokes, and it's like it's exactly what we need. The movie isn't arriving at ludicrous speed just yet, but Spaceballs, the new one, hits theaters. It won't hit theaters until April 23rd, 2027.
This is great because I've been saying this for a while. Like, we are missing good comedies in the at the box office. Like, so give me something like this, especially with history, but made for a new generation. I love it.
Absolutely. It's so good, man. So that is it for our regular news. So James, let's talk about our next sponsor here. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by the good folks over at Dubby. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. It's pretty evil for what that was. All right.
A lot of buttons.
So much going on. I don't know what's happening right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the show is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg. Use the code NERDING10 and get 10% off your order. All kinds of deliciousness, guys. It is time to get in on some of that Dubby goodness. So let's jump into the next segment here, guys. Again, still fairly excited. We're going to do DC first, and then we'll drop back, and James is going to take back over, and we're going to knock out some of this this Marvel news here because there was a lot. We're going to jump into watching The Watchtower.
Sweet. Are you going to do the?
Yeah, I'll knock out this story before you take over the rest. In brightest day, in blackest night, the lantern's panel shall not escape my sight.
So good.
Exactly. Shout outs to Joe Deckelmeyer. Shout outs to Brandon Davis. Shout outs to Matt Aguilar, my fellow Green Lantern fucking nut. Shout outs to all my buddies who were there, who got to see the panel and reported on the panel. It was a whole bunch of fun.
Thomas, shout out to Thomas.
Shout out to Thomas. Thomas was at that panel too. Thomas got to meet Matt Dinneman. I'm fucking jealous.
And he was at the Hall H Marvel panel too. So
yeah,
just to rub it in more.
Just rubbing it in that Thomas is just better than us. The Lanterns Hall H panel delivered, and it really did. They debuted the new trailer, but in true SDCC fashion, DC rolled 7 extended clips from the series highlighting the relationship between Hal and John, along with alluding to the mystery that's at the center of the show. The clips show the tension between Hal and John, an interrogation of an alien, a conversation with Sinestro, Guy Gardner, and a few scenes that leave you with more questions than answers. We've got a couple of intriguing new details about HBO's upcoming DCU series. The biggest piece of news is that Laura Linney's mysterious role has finally been confirmed. Fans had been theorizing that Laura Linney might be playing Star Sapphire, and this isn't the case. This isn't who she's going to be. We've now learned she'll portray one of the Guardians of the Universe, the ancient blue-skinned beings who founded the Green Lantern Corps and oversee the operations from Oa, the core homeworld at the center of the universe. On top of that, it is very interesting that Laura Linney is going to play one of the Guardians.
She going to be blue?
She's going to be blue. I mean, she's probably going to be CG though. The Guardians are very like small guys. Small people.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they'll CG it. Okay.
Yeah, she's probably either going to be CG or they're going to be using a puppet or something along those lines. But she's, it's not going to be like her as like in blue paint because the Guardians are very, very small in stature.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
On top of that, series co-creator Tom King hinted that the show still has at least one major surprise waiting for audiences, teasing one really big reveal that hasn't been spoiled yet. We also saw Ulrich Thompson as Sinestro and Paul Ben Victor as the mysterious Anton, who many fans believe could ultimately be revealed as Atrocitus, which would be a massive deal. I really do hope that he is Atrocitus. And the panel would not have been complete without an impromptu appearance of Guy Gardner himself, Nathan Fillion, and we also got a moment with all three Green Lanterns doing the
Oath.
oath, which was
Yeah.
really cool. Lanterns debuts on HBO and Max August 16th, and I can't get here fast enough because I am ready to watch that shit in 2 weeks. I really want that.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this. I read some of the details about the scenes that they showed. I'm like, I'm in. I'm so in on what this show has to tell. I remember when everybody was like, I don't know if this show's gonna work. What do you mean it's gonna be stripped down and it's just them kind of talking? But then as we get more to learn about the story and it's two timelines and Sinestro's in it. Now we have these other characters, and now we're learning that there's like aliens on Earth and they're discovering them. Okay, I'm in. Now there's like a whole underlying plot to all this, and I'm in.
Yeah, I'm still saying as much as James Gunn keeps saying that he doesn't like Kyle Rayner, well, Damon Lindelof is doing this show, so I'm hoping that we get Kyle Rayner in this.
Yeah, I think eventually we will. And what's cool though, Tom King is like co-creator on this show.
Yeah, and I mean, just Tom King being involved in this at all says a lot. Tom King had a definitive run of Green Lantern, and I'm so excited to see what he's going to do.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm in.
It's 2 weeks, man. All right, well, that is it for our solo DC story. So let's jump into the next one here, guys. Oh, actually, sorry. Let's talk last sponsor here before we get into all the Marvel news.
Distance Starting is part of the Geek Freaks Network, discovering your latest binge, debating casting choices, or still not over that plot twist. The Geek Freaks Network has got you covered. Your fandom, your community, your people, geek out your way. Check out Geek Freaks Network at gfpods.com.
Shut up and take my money.
We're also talking to Frank over the weekend. I know he was out of town, but now get ready for some SDCC coverage from Geek Freaks. I'm sure he's going to have tons and tons of shorts and videos coming out very soon.
Actually, I think he's still out of town. I think he said he was gone for 2 weeks. So
yeah,
he'll probably be doing be on the lookout for Geek Freaks to do SDCC coverage either next week or they're doing it without him.
Oh, are they? Oh,
I said or because I'd be interested in seeing if like Thomas Squeaks and like the whole crew, Jonathan, if they go and do a show without Frank.
Can that happen?
That'd be like you guys doing a show without me.
Exactly. That can't happen.
That can happen. It'll be okay.
All right, let's get going.
The kids approve. All right, let's get into this last section, guys. It's time for all the news from the bullpen because it's time to get straight from Jay Jonah.
Music insert goes right here.
Funny enough, J. Jonah Jameson said he's not going to be in Spider-Man. So,
oh, that's rude. I got a game, bub. Insomniac Games came to San Diego Comic-Con ready to show off Marvel's Wolverine, and after everything that was revealed, this is shaping up to be a very different kind of superhero game that what fans have come to expect from the studio. The presentation delivered new story details, gameplay reveals, fresh character introductions, and much better understanding of the emotional journey waiting for Logan when the game launches later this year. So this part is actually gets interesting. Set on Earth 1048, the same universe as Insomniac's Spider-Man games. So it's the same universe. Players will meet a younger version of Logan, even if younger still means around 200 years old. Following a major amnesic event, Logan, voiced by Liam McIntyre, reunites with his former mutant Black Ops Squad Team X alongside Nathan Essex, Mystique, and Sabretooth. Their mission is to stop anti mutant industrialist Boulevard Trask, but things spiral as Trask unleashes the Reavers, a terrifying militia responsible for abducting and abusing mutants. Real quick, what do you think about it being in the same universe as the Spider-Man games?
That's fun because that there's a lot of crossover potential with that.
Yeah.
Where this gets very, very tricky. One, he's on a team with Nathaniel Essex. Do you know who Nathaniel Essex is?
Isn't that Sinister?
That's Mr. Sinister. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, he's on a team with Mr. Sinister, Mystique, and Sabretooth.
Yeah.
And then Bolivar Trask. It's interesting that they're going with the Reavers because they were the first thing that he did before the Sentinels.
Mm.
So
That's when was it like humans would like augment their bodies and put like
right,
skins and stuff on? Yeah.
right. And I feel like that just makes it to where you kind of have like a more visceral experience. You're fighting guys that are like on the same level as Logan. Whereas like it would be less connected if you're fighting Sentinels.
Yeah. It'll be interesting though. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
So the gameplay is also taking a turn from Insomniac's previous superhero titles. Instead of web slinging across a massive open world, Marvel's Wolverine focuses on grounded combat that fully embraces Logan's brutal fighting style. I don't know if you saw some of the screenshots, but he was like tearing. He looks like he was tearing into the hand.
Yeah. It's nuts. The game looks amazing. The downside is it's only on Sony. It's only on PlayStation.
Oh, you should buy the disc and hold it forever and ever. Oh wait, you can't.
You can't.
I'm gonna have to download it. All right. Marvel's Wolverine slashes its way onto PlayStation 5 on September 15th.
All right.
All right, let's get into some panel stuff. But before we even entered Marvel's Hall H panel, one of the convention's most talked about displays ended up fueling fresh speculation about Doomsday. The mysterious Latvian witch costume continued to evolve throughout the event, and its final appearance may have pointed fans toward a very different Marvel character than many originally expected. I don't know if you saw some of these costumes, but you go to these cons and they have like the screen accurate or screen used costumes on display. They've done it plenty with like Captain America and Thor and everything like that. So they have these Latvian witches, is what they're calling them. So when the costume first appeared on the convention floor, the assumption was that it had to be connected to Wanda Maximoff, better known as Scarlet Witch, but it was like, I think it was purple, right? The first
Yeah.
one was purple. That wasn't because it belonged to the witch. In Marvel Comics, Doctor Doom and Wanda share an important storyline that many fans have wondered could inspire parts of Avengers Doomsday, even though Wanda hasn't been announced for the movie yet. But then as the con started to go, there was like the purple one, and then there was all of a sudden there was like an orange one. So it replaced the purple one and it became an orange one. So the mystery only deepened as the costumes changed throughout the weekend. At different points, it shifted from its original green to purple, later to orange, sending fans down endless theories and rabbit holes about the whole thing. So that final change has many fans looking in another direction entirely. Instead of teasing Wanda, the display now seems much more likely to represent Cynthia Von Doom, Doctor Doom's mother. She's one of the most important figures in Victor Von Doom's life. I thought that was interesting because we saw that tapestry and that poster.
That's supposed to be his wife and daughter.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Or maybe that's his mom and young him, a young version of him.
Well, the death of his mother is something that kind of like sparks, Victor's kind of like obsession with with magic.
Mm-hmm.
So be interesting to see kind of like how they play through this and which character this ends up being.
Yeah. I wonder if it's one character or if it's 3 different characters somehow. We shall see. I don't know. Lavarian witches. I didn't expect that from
Mhm.
San Diego Comic-Con. Until Marvel finally pulls back the curtain on Avengers Doomsday, the theories will keep coming. I like it.
Yes, sir. I'm just looking here. I don't think we have this. Yeah, we don't. There is supposedly a slip that happened at the Spider-Man premiere on Friday,
What was the
and
slip?
uh, I'm forgetting his name, but the guy who did the theme for Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
was being interviewed on the red carpet, and they asked they asked him without any spoilers, what's something that surprised you about the movie, and he goes, that they made that they made Gene the villain,
Ugh.
right? And you see the interviewer just like looking at him like, "Whoa, I said no spoilers," right? So
Yeah.
he kind of confirmed without saying the last name, but kind of confirmed that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey.
Is this Michael Giacchino?
No, not Michael Giacchino.
Okay.
I think he did just like he did like a one of the songs in the movie.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Michael Giacchino. Didn't mean to throw you under the bus.
Yeah,
But that's interesting.
I saw the video, so it's not like oh yeah, supposedly he said this. Like no, I watched the interview and you see the interview go, whoa, I said no spoilers, dude.
But like with all the rumors that have been swirling around and everything that's kind of leading into like, is Sadie Sink Jean? Is she not Jean? It all makes sense that if she is the villain, or quote unquote villain of the movie, it makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Like it's almost like all the rumors from the very beginning were all real, and we're just waiting for it to happen. But Marvel has done a good job like holding everything very close to the chest.
right.
But now we're getting all the leaks. I mean, another day or two, we're all gonna know what happens.
Yeah, I know. It's only in a couple of days. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and tomorrow. No, maybe tomorrow, depending on what theaters start. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me keep you going. One Marvel announcement that seems to be slipping through the cracks. It was revealed that the long-awaited Disney Plus series Vision Quest is headed our way on October 14th, 2026. I don't know
Ooh.
why this wasn't bigger. The series will serve as the third part of the TV trilogy that started with WandaVision and then Agatha all along. The last time we saw Vision was at the end of WandaVision, where it was revealed that Wanda had created an alternate reality to live in with Vision after he was killed by Thanos. At least we got a date for it.
Yeah. No, I'm ready for this, man. I need more Vision. I need to see what happened with him and everything like that. Been waiting for this for a while, so I'm excited.
So this will be releasing after Avengers Endgame Encore. So again, Vision died at the end of Infinity War, right?
Mhm.
So after Endgame Encore, but before Doomsday. So this is the one piece that's like stuck in the middle. Will this tie into the larger MCU storyline? Interesting.
I think to a point it will, but I think it's more just finishing the story, you know?
I was thinking about it too. I'm like, I could see them, because we know Ultron, James Spader is in this movie, or sorry, in WandaVision, or oh my god,
Vision
Vision
Quest.
Quest.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think the Russos are kind of cleaning the slate. They're like, no, we need to reset somehow and get everybody on the same storyline page. Like, I don't think they're going to start reaching and pulling stuff from the TV shows unless they deem it like they need to, like Loki. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think Vision Quest will just be kind of there in a pocket, and that's what it is.
Yeah. Nah, I kind of think that's where it's going to land too.
Yep. All right, moving on. Project Hail Mary Knuff guy is coming to the MCU.
God, I love this reveal, man. Tell the story.
All right. During the studios or Marvel Studios Hall H presentation at San Diego Comic-Con, it was officially confirmed that Ghost Rider is coming to the MCU with Ryan Gosling starring as the Spirit of Vengeance. Gosling has openly expressed interest in playing Ghost Rider over the years, so the announcement didn't come completely out of nowhere, but for now, Marvel has only shared a handful of official details about the project. Uh, Again, Ryan Gosling will star as Ghost Rider. This was interesting. Sean Levy of Deadpool and Wolverine fame, Star Wars Starfighter, which also stars Ryan Gosling.
Mhm.
Uh, so Levy will be directing, while Jonathan Tropper will also work as Star Wars Starfighter, and Your Friends and Neighbors is writing the screenplay. Thoughts?
Thoughts? I think he would be an amazing Johnny Blaze. Because that's the thing, is that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people are trying to say, like, trying to speculate which version of Ghost Rider is he going to be. I think he would be an amazing Johnny Blaze. Of all the characters, I think Johnny Blaze fits him the most. And I think that again, I love the way that they did the reveal. They so they start talking about, like, yeah, no, the actor who is going to play the who's starring in the next thing we're going to reveal is not here. So yeah, don't look on stage. And they're like, he's not going to be on stage. Don't look on stage. And then it blacks out, and they go, he's not on stage. Nothing is happening on stage. And then Ghost Rider comes out, and the audience goes nuts. And then the lights turn back on, and Ryan Gosling is standing on stage.
I like that reveal. The whole Hall H went black, and then they put up the Ghost Rider, 20, I think he said 2028, right?
Something like that, because it's a
Yeah.
movie, so they're developing everything.
And then they flash back, and then Gosling is standing on stage. I thought that was cool.
I like that he's like turning around, like, who, me?
Yeah, me? What? I'm gonna be Ghost Rider? Okay,
Right.
cool. I like that because it sounds like he's really been involved in the project, kind of like how Ryan Reynolds was very involved with, like, bringing Deadpool, to life in live action. So I think it's kind of cool that Ryan Gosling, who wants to play this character, has wanted to play this character, is finally going to get to play this character.
Yeah, absolutely. So Chris Chipperson's in the chat right now saying that based on the logo, it's probably not going to end up being him. There's a couple of different versions of him. So I mean, obviously we have Johnny Blaze, Robbie Reyes. We already had in the in universe. The only other person who it could be would be Danny Ketch. And Danny Ketch is, he's another prominent version of Ghost Rider. Right. So it'd be interesting to see if they do Danny Ketch. Technically, Danny Ketch is the current Ghost Rider.
That would be timely.
Yeah, and he's also Johnny Blaze's brother, so it makes sense.
There you go. All right. Marvel Studios is currently aiming to release Ghost Rider exclusively in theaters in 2028.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right. Let's get into the big Hall H reveal. During the Marvel Studios panel at this year's San Diego Comic-Con, fans got confirmation that Haley Atwell will reprise her beloved role as Peggy Carter in Avengers Doomsday. Joe Russo and Anthony Russo introduced like 16 cast members, with many appearing from stages behind the audience before making their way up to the front. Did you see this?
I did.
Part of the panel?
I did watch this.
I thought it was kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool how they had people like in the crowd almost, or like behind curtains. I thought that was
right.
Cool. So the people that they had, the cast included Paul Rudd, Anthony Mackie, Simu Liu, James Marsden, David Harbour, Letitia Wright, Lewis Pullman, Kelsey Grammer, Danny Ramirez. Danny Ramirez getting some shine over here. Winston Duke, Hannah John Kamen, Rebecca Romaine, Tenoch Huerta Mejia, Haley Atwell, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal. Atwell's appearance officially confirmed Peggy Carter's return, earning another huge cheer from the audience. I guess she was the only one that was like unannounced.
Which, I mean, makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
if we're getting a return of Steve and it ends up being what everybody is assuming right now, because it's all rumors, but I mean, like the rumors that it's going to have anything to do with his son or anything to do with bringing him back. I mean, why would you not have Peggy Carter in there if that's his wife?
I totally agree. I
You know what I
think
mean?
once they announced, Chris Evans is in it, and they put out that mini trailer, that teaser, they're like, okay, we have to announce Peggy. We have to announce Peggy, and they just held on to it. So, will Marvel announce more cast members leading into Doomsday? Hmm, interesting.
Probably not. First time caller, long time listener.
That's funny. That kind of leads us to the next one. All right, let's get into it. They'll let anyone into Hall H these days. Marvel Studios packed Hall H with surprises during its San Diego Comic Con panel, but one of the biggest crowd pleasers came courtesy of Ryan Reynolds, who made a hilarious entrance to tease what's next for Deadpool in Avengers Doomsday. Maybe wasn't just another comedy bit. Reynolds also gave the fans their first look at a brand new version of Deadpool's suit, and it definitely caught everyone's attention. First off, what did you think of the suit?
So I don't think that the suit was actually something that's going to be in the film. As much as everybody's saying, "Oh, it's the Ash version, it's the X-Force version," it was confirmed that the entire suit was made of denim.
Yeah.
Uh, and I think that was more of just like a joke from Ryan Reynolds
Yeah.
than it
I
was
think
like an actual suit reveal.
he ended up calling it Gene Pool. Like that was like his
Yeah,
joke on
and
his post.
he was also saying that it was his he said something about like, "Oh yeah, no, carrying that would ruin the lines of my Canadian tuxedo."
That's exactly what Chipperson just said in the chat.
Yeah,
Love the Canadian tuxedo Deadpool. That's
yeah,
great.
yeah. So I mean, he did confirm later on in the day. He did confirm that the entire suit was made of denim. So because it's made of denim, I think that that's more of a joke, and that's probably not something that's going to be in the film.
Hey, I thought it was pretty cool though. Walking
No, yeah,
around the convention floor. How cool is that?
that people didn't, because anyone that wasn't in Hall H didn't know that he was in Hall H. So he was just walking around in costume, and people were just stopping him and taking pictures, and he was just
Yeah.
obliging them.
And he was getting super chummy with people, like hugging. They were hugging him. He was hugging them,
Yeah,
playing into the role, like right there on the convention floor. Like
exactly.
that was pretty cool. All right. After fumbling around for a moment, the masked Merc revealed he already had one. Of course, it was Reynolds under the mask, and the crowd instantly exploded. It's one of those classic Comic Con moments where everyone knew exactly what was happening, and Hall H completely erupted. Reynolds stayed in character the entire time, delivering exactly the kind of humor fans have come to expect from the Merc with a mouth. Deadpool had two very important questions. First, he reminded everyone that he's still waiting for an answer to one of the biggest lingering questions in the MCU from Deadpool and Wolverine. I still want to know why Thor was crying.
This question is for Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
We still want to know why Thor was crying in that scene. It's because he was a Wrexham fan. You know damn well why he was crying, Rudd.
That's funny. That was funny.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, had a cough. Let me see, where was it? Oh, he then turned his attention to the Avengers Doomsday itself, jokingly asking when filming was finally going to begin.
It's already in the can, bro. Oh, so you're not going to be doing any reshoots or character add-ons or anything like that?
RDJ was kind of a jerk.
I mean, RDJ is kind of always a jerk, but I mean, it's also Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds.
That is true. That is true. So
It's already in the can, bro.
okay. So while we're talking about, do you think Deadpool is somehow in Doomsday?
I think he is. I think that there is going to be some kind of scene, or he's going to be tied to that whole X-Men scene.
Oh, could be.
Mhm.
But that X-Men scene is so dramatic.
Yeah, but then he just adds like a little bit of levity into it because I mean he is supposed to be a part of the X-Men universe, so I think that would
Yeah,
make sense.
could be, could be. So anyway, so this also, I guess, leads to the fact that Reynolds is developing a fourth Deadpool movie. Although Marvel hasn't shared any official details about the project, I feel like it's coming. I feel like, I don't know, maybe by next San Diego Comic-Con, they're gonna start an announcement if they're putting Deadpool out there right now.
Yeah, I mean he said that he's working on a script and they're going to be focusing on even more like insider Deadpool jokes.
Yeah, I think that's fun. So,
Yeah,
uh, Avengers Doomsday is set to hit theaters on December 18th, 2026.
very exciting. Very exciting.
So, this panel was amazing. So, Marvel owned San Diego Comic Con. The Hall H crowd was treated to an exclusive teaser from Doomsday. So, let me run through some of the. So, they showed the trailer that we've seen, but then they got exclusive footage. I don't think they call it a second trailer, but there was a preview that opens with Doctor Doom sitting on a golden throne in full armor while green energy pulses beneath him as the camera lingers on him. Sue Storm delivers an emotional narration. Victor was always the smartest guy in the room. He used to be different. Then everything he loved was taken from him. Doom sits before the same painting featured on the teaser poster as Sue continues. I knew he was lost, but I didn't realize he was broken. She's addressing a gathering of heroes, setting the stage for what looks like one of Marvel's biggest conflicts yet. The footage then sweeps across what appears to be a completely devastated city. Reed Richards looks around in disbelief before asking, Victor, did you do this? From there, the trailer, I guess they're calling it the trailer, unleashes a rapid fire montage of emotional moments, including a grieving Magneto, Charles Xavier, Steve Rogers holding a baby, and several other characters whose fates remain a mystery. Then Doom speaks. All of you have lived storied lives, and now you must give them back. Doom leaps from a towering building, crashes to the ground in classic superhero fashion, and immediately faces off against Thor, which I think this is what we've seen. And Thor says, I swear to you, I swear you'll beg for hell when I'm through with you. Without breaking a sweat, Doom raises a single finger and completely stops Thor's attack. Thor strains with everything he's got, but Doom doesn't budge. Then, with a flick of a green energy, he sends Thor flying before delivering one of the coldest lines in the footage. Hell answers to me.
Hell answers to me.
As he says it, giant sentinels burst from the earth around him. Oh my gosh.
Which I don't think it'll be Sentinels as much as everybody's saying Sentinels. It's probably Doombots.
I think that's their way of getting Doombots in, is that he's going to be using sentinels.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's pretty crazy. Marvel will almost certainly have more at D23, which is next month. Doomsday comes December 18th, 2026. That looked awesome, or sounded awesome.
Sounds awesome. Yeah. What does he say? Where's the line that?
Doom?
Yeah, the other line that Doom. Oh, right here. All of you have lived lives, or have lived storied lives, and now you must give them back.
That sounds like what's his name from Mandalorian?
Well, okay, so listen to the line delivery in the trailer. He sounds just like Werner Herzog.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying, like, when everybody's like, "Oh, he sounds Eastern European." No, he sounds Austrian. Listen to the voice. He sounds like Werner Herzog.
I mean, yeah, Eastern European sounds good.
Austrian,
I'm excited.
I wouldn't consider Austrians Eastern European. They're more Central European.
Oh, okay. Well, they say Eastern European is where Latveria is. So, we'll see. But I'm excited for this. I hope they put this out somehow in some kind of teaser trailer or give us another story trailer or something with
I think that is
bits
the
and
story
pieces of
trailer.
this.
I think what they showed
Yeah.
was the story trailer because what we got was the teaser. I think what they're showing is the story trailer, and that's the whole thing. Is that's the next trailer we're gonna get.
And I was thinking about it with D23 next month. I think they're gonna release this San
Mhm.
Diego Comic-Con trailer footage, whatever it is, as the next trailer at D23.
Yeah,
To kind of hype up D23 a bit
yeah, I
and
agree.
give us a little bit more.
I agree with that. I think
So
that's what we're
I'm
gonna do.
excited for this. But we're not done. Last story. What could possibly top the Doomsday portion of the panel? Marvel Studios finally dropped a huge piece of Black Panther 3 news at San Diego Comic Con. During the Hall H presentation, Ryan Coogler officially announced Black Panther 3 is coming. And along with confirming the release date, he revealed a major casting update that gives fans a much clearer idea of where the story is headed. David Johnson has officially been cast as grown-up version of T'Challa's son, Toussaint, who was introduced during the emotional closing moments of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. While audiences only met him as a young child, Black Panther 3 will jump ahead and follow him as an adult. Black Panther 3 will land in theaters December of 2028. Thoughts
Yeah,
on a new Black Panther?
I like it, man. I think they chose a very talented actor that is on his way up, on the up and up right now. I feel like if Ryan Coogler chose this dude, I think he is, he probably chose somebody who can live up to the legacy of Chadwick Boseman. And I am very excited to see what he does. Now, if you look at the announcement, this is where I get upset. If you look at the announcement as he comes out, he goes, I'm just as excited for you to see me on screen as I am for you to see this footage. And then it ends right there.
Oh, yeah.
So the whole thing is maybe they have a test screen, maybe they've actually like started filming stuff with him in it. But like there is footage that is out there with David Johnson as
Just
the Black Panther. And I want to see it so bad. I want to see if he lives up to Chadwick Boseman's legacy.
see, I didn't know that they showed footage or something.
He says it like, and they end like everybody's pictures end at that. So he goes, I'm just as excited to play the character as I am for you to see this footage, and then it ends on that.
Oh my gosh. So maybe who knows? Maybe it's still 2 years away. So but maybe we will get something at D23 or at least a glimpse of what is happening with David Johnson as the next Black Panther.
It could also be that he shows up in Doomsday.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, there are scenes in Wakanda where they show M'Baku as the king. What's to say that T'Challa Jr. isn't by his side, learning? You know,
Yeah, exactly. And Shuri is still the Black Panther.
right?
So
What's
who
to say
knows?
that that he's not there learning from his aunt and learning from M'Baku? It's very interesting that what they've done with M'Baku as a character. M'Baku was just a one-dimensional villain in the comics, and now he is a massive, massive ally and a great character. I would love to see there being like a tension and fallout between M'Baku and T'Challa Jr., and that's what makes M'Baku like a villain eventually.
Yeah, yeah. Or tension of maybe something happens to Shuri, and that's why Toussaint has to take up the mantle of the Black Panther.
Right.
And which maybe he goes against M'Baku and the king of Wakanda's, words.
Yeah.
That'll be
Absolutely.
interesting.
The other guy that I would like to see, I'm trying to remember his name right now. Uh, so there's another villain that they set up in the original Black Panther. I'm trying to pull up his name right now, and it's not. It just keeps saying the River Tribe Elder, which is not his name. That dude is like basically Black Panther's Joker. It's the dude that's got
Oh
the big
yeah,
plate in his lip.
you mentioned that.
Yeah. And it's like I would want to see either him or something with M'Baku.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, but like,
Guy
see,
with the big lip thing.
yeah, like either him or like I said, if we see M'Baku, but actually um as the white ape.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they're gonna do that. I do like having M'Baku as the king. I think that's gonna create some good tension.
Mhm.
But now that we're getting a new Black Panther, I could see like this is the next generation. This is how Wakanda needs to move forward, that sort of thing, and create more tension within how the country is being ran.
Right. Hold on, I'm putting this in the chat.
I'm looking up the cast right now. I don't see who we were talking about. But anyway, I think that's pretty cool. I think if there's a way to top Doomsday, I think it's announcing Black Panther 3, Ryan Coogler's back, the main cast is coming back, and now we have a new Black Panther to carry the torch. I'm into it. I like it.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
Achibe is the guy's name.
Oh, you were looking it up too?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. His name is Achibe.
There you
Yeah,
go.
he's basically his version of the Joker. Yeah,
That could be
super
interesting.
interesting character. Okay, well, that was our last story of the night.
I love it.
Absolutely. So let's jump into the schedule. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, our schedule. So this week, for the remainder of the week, of course, you are watching Distance Nerding as it is right now. Now, this week on Distance Nerding interviews, we're going to be talking to Jared Gella, who is the showrunner for Brick Blast Live, which is the next Lego show we're going to be doing here in Santa Clara. And that's going to be a fun conversation. We'll be talking with him, talking about the origins of the show, kind of where it came from and everything like that. But then also just the fun that they have planned out for the day for that show. It's a 1-day show.
Everybody at Brick Blast Live has been super cool.
Yeah, no,
we've
and
been
every time
chatting
we
with.
talk to them, every time we chat with them, it's always been a fun conversation with them. So I'm excited to talk with Jared about everything that they have going on with the show and everything like that. They also invited us to a presser event on the Friday before, so that would be fun. We should plan on checking that out as well.
Nice.
Fridays, let's see. I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I think we can actually do game night for Friday this week.
Oh, look at you.
Look at that. We can actually play some games. So whether that is really or Jep Nerdy, or we get to play some D&D, come and check us out, guys. We'll be playing from 6:30 to 8:30, playing games on the buzzer. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's get that in. Yeah, that's our schedule. So
I think you should do this. I think you should do game night and then maybe see a late showing of Spider-Man.
That sounds like a perfect weekend.
There you go. And then Saturday, the 1st.
As I was going to bring that up. So Saturday the 1st, ladies and gentlemen, in San Francisco at the what is the name of the theater? There's something Star Theater.
Great Tiger Theater.
The Great Star Theater. So at the Great Star Theater in San Francisco, we are going to be hosting an event with James Pax. We're doing a watch along or a watch party, watching Big Trouble Little China, as well as The Heroic Trio, which is a movie he did with Michelle Yeoh. So that'll be fun. And we'll be checking those movies out. We're going to be doing a Q&A there. They're also going to be doing a Big Trouble Little China cosplay contest. So for all of our cosplayers out there, make your way to San Francisco. If you bring your best Big Trouble Little China cosplay, You can come as anybody from Pork Chop Express or as one of the three storms. There you go. Or if you want to come as
Jack
Lopan,
Burton.
Jack Burton for sure. Or if you want to come as Lopan,
This really pisses me off to no end.
you know, you can be Lopan. There you go. But other than that, yeah, guys, we're gonna have a great time this Saturday in San Francisco at the Great Star Theater in San Francisco. So come and see us there as well. Come and hang out and come meet Lightning, guys. It's gonna be a fun time.
Super cool.
Absolutely. So that is pretty much it for what we've got going on this week, ladies and gents. James, do you have anything you want to throw out there right now before we get into the end, the outro?
I just want to make sure we got to that. I know there's a few other shows coming up in August, September, but I wanted to make sure we got in the Great Star Theater, Big Trouble in Little China.
Absolutely. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, you can follow us on all the social media spots if it exists. We are there at Distance Nerding. You can follow us on all the social media places. Check out all the new videos. If you guys haven't checked out the videos that we've dropped this week, I've got one scheduled for every day this week. So watch out for all the fun. James, did you watch the videos that I sent you yesterday?
Yeah, I saw some. They were pretty funny. The pizza one.
The pizza one. The pizza one came out today, so it was great, man.
Yeah.
And then the one on Friday is going to be a fun one too.
Awesome. Good
right.
times.
So, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from us. Of course, you can connect with us on all the places, and you can email us. If you know, email us anywhere you want, as long as that email is distancenerding@aol.com, and we will read it live on air. We're still waiting on emails that'll make James cry.
I love it. By the way, if you're going to be at the Big Trouble in Little China viewing at Great Star Theater, go to greatstartheater.org if you need tickets. And then come hang out with young Phil. I think I may be there just so young Phil and I can go to the mission, and he's going to take me on a tour of the best food in the mission.
I would actually love to do that. Actually, if we go early, we can go catch lunch in the city.
There you go.
You know, and I'll take you to get a world famous mission burrito in my home borough of San Francisco.
There you go. I love it.
All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. As always, Bruce, buddy, it's time to go to sleep, man.
Go to sleep, Bruce.
And the DeLongs are going to be there with us too. So
there you go.
All right, man. James, take us home, brother.
Thanks, and keep nerding together. Deuces.
That's right. Later, deuces.
Distance Nerding.